few things around. All right. All right. Let's go over on all the other rules that we've talked about. And so this is the review. So far. Okay. And the first thing that we've talked about on a reflection is it's the reflection on x-axis. Okay. Now let's review the rule here. Okay. Now for the reflection on x-axis, it is going to be x and negative y. So let's go back to that. It will be x and negative y. And so for each reflection or on x-axis, y-axis, I have the rule, and then I have just one example of it. Okay, so I would like you to take notes of that. Okay? But right now, let's focus on the reflection. Okay, so the reflection rule is on x-axis is x, y becomes x and negative y. So all you need, so the first entry is going to be, it's x, right? So let's do this one together. X is -2. Okay? And then for the second entry, it's going to be opposite of y. Now what is y? Y is 8. So what's the opposite of it? It is -8. Yeah. Does that make sense? You really need to be able to use the rule and then apply that. Yeah, let's write this down. And so there are, let's see, I don't want to count, but well, let's do. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 rules that we've gone over. And I am putting everything in one page. And so, and this is all we're going to do today, okay? Yeah, let's, again, let's copy this down, okay? You guys need a little time to catch up on this. So reflection, we are all the way up to here, just the first one, reflection on x-axis. So let me give you about 30 seconds more to catch up on that. Then we'll talk about reflection on y-axis. Does anybody remember the rule for reflection on y-axis? How does xy become reflected? I mean, everything that we are writing is in your notes, right? But I thought it would be good to just put everything summarized in one page. So that's what we're doing right now. So reflection on y-axis. I don't know if anybody wants to go through your notes and find it. What does it say? X and y becomes what?
Negative x and y.
Thank you. It will be negative x and y stays just y. So what's the first entry? Well, it's a negative x or opposite of x. When we see negative, let's read it as opposite. Okay, it's opposite of x. Now x is 3, so opposite of 3 will be -3. And then The y is -2. So you just put -2. I guess I should have let you guys figure out by yourself. Okay, next, it is reflection on y equals x. So does anybody remember how it goes for reflection? I don't remember. Well, we kind of 4, 1. Let's take a look at it. Reflection on y equals x will be y and x. Okay, you see that right here. So it will be y and x. You just switch around. That's it. You don't need to flip the sign. Just simply switch x and y. X and y becomes y and x. So what would that be? -5 and -2. What would be the coordinate for -5 and -2? It will become you just switch around. So it becomes -2, -5. You just switch around. That is going to be the reflection on y equals x. Now, since there are lots of rules and even Mr. Takara don't remember everything, right? You can kind of figure it out by yourself. But when you take a test, if you have everything like this one in your notes, it's really easy to retrieve the information, isn't it? Okay, and that's why we're doing this right now. Okay. Now, next one, how about reflection on y equals -x? Let's look into your notes and see, does anybody have the notes with you? And look for the information on that. How does it go? So let's go back to 1.2, reflection. And here it is. Here's the rule, x and y, it's right here. X and y becomes -y, -x. Okay, so let's write it down. It's going to be -y, negative, or opposite y and opposite x. So what would 6 -1 become? Can you write down the new coordinate for D? For the first number, you want to do opposite of y. Okay, now opposite of y will be 1, isn't it? Because y is -1, so opposite will be just +1. And then for y coordinate, you want to bring opposite of x. X is 6, so opposite of x will be -6. What do you guys think? Is this are you doing okay so far? Very good, Julian. Thank you. Let's move on. Now the translation is all different, just depending on the numbers that I give you. So for this one, it's -2 and 5. Okay. So if the rule is a -2 and 5, what becomes of the new coordinate? You simply subtract 2 and then add 5 for x coordinate and y coordinate. The first number is always the x coordinate shifting, and the second number is the y coordinate shifting. So you just basically add whatever the numbers you see. So you're going to do -4 minus 2, and then 1 plus a -1 plus 5. And that will get you the new coordinate. So what would be the new coordinate in this example? What's -4 minus 2? That would be -6, doesn't it? And what's -1 plus 5? Isn't that +4? So that's what the translation is. It's about shifting, sliding, right? Next one is a rotation. We did 3 separate rotation problems. Rotation for 90 degrees, 180, and then 270. Okay. But let's. Am I going too fast? Did you have a chance to write this down? Does anybody need more time? Okay, so let's move on. The rule for 90-degree rotation is, does anybody remember? I think I still have the sticky notes with me with a rule on it. 90-degree is opposite y and x. Okay, so that's the rule. Okay. So if you have a coordinate 6 and 9, let's figure out the new coordinate. Can you write it down? Everybody figure out 90-degree rotation? What's the new coordinate for 6 and 9? becomes, the first entry is opposite y, right? So opposite y will be -9. And then the second entry is x value. X value is 6. So it will be -9, 6. You okay with that? Yeah. You okay on that, Logan? See why it's +6? Yeah. Okay, next one, 180-degree rotation. (180° is, this one is probably like the easiest one, right? If you have an x and y, what will become, what's the rule? It's, I think I still, it's y and x, right? No, it's no, that's not it. Negative x and negative y. It's negative x and negative y. Y and x is the reflection of y equals x. My bad, guys. So, good thing I'm looking at my notes. So 180-degree rotation is, it's just opposite of x, opposite of y. Okay. So if you have a -2 and 8, the new coordinate will be just opposite sign. So it will be +2 and -8. That will be 180-degree rotation. Is everybody okay? And then lastly, 270-degree rotation. And what would that become? It is, yeah, sounds like somebody have already figured it out. It's y and opposite x, okay? So the first entry is the y value. Okay, now what is the y value? Y value is -5, okay? So it will be -5. And then the second entry is opposite of x. Now what is x? X is -4. So opposite of -4 is +4. Okay. So I hope you are, first of all, got the all the rules, and second, be able to apply the rule to figure out the new coordinate. Basically, that's what transformation unit is all about, figuring out the new coordinate. Okay. And so that's pretty much it. Okay.
Can you go down to the last one?
Yeah, are you able to see that, or is it too small?
Too small. There you go. There you go. Thank you.
So what we're going to do right now, seems like some of you are still copying this down. So please keep continue to copy this down. And so the plan from now is that I am going to dismiss you guys after explaining a few things. And then you're going to take a quiz. Okay. And the quiz is already up and running in Canvas. All the tests and quizzes are conducted in Canvas, and they are all multiple choice tests. Okay. And if you go to modules, and you will be able to see Unit 1 quiz in geometry. And I would like you to take that. Now, before you go, I'm going to explain what the purpose of the quiz is. First of all, this quiz is really short. It's only 5 questions, and each question is only 1 point. In other words, it's a 5 points quiz. Okay, but this 5 point will count towards not the assignment, but it's for the tests and quizzes weight, which is 70% of the grades. So even though it's a 5 points, it's going to add up and play significant role in determining your grades. Okay, so I don't want you to take it too lightly. Okay. Second, but there is a some um, silver lining, if you call it, of taking this quiz, and that is you will be able to take this quiz as many times as you want. Actually, I said it 99 times, and nobody's going to take 99 times to get 100%. But the purpose of the quiz is for you to receive some feedback and see which type of a question you can do this and which type of a question you need to work on a little bit more. And that really is the only purpose of taking the test, this quiz. I don't want you to be penalized and for doing a poor job on the quiz, okay? Because quiz again is to main purposes for me is to give you some feedback, and then if you miss some problems, I want you to work on it and figure out and the new answer, and then take the test quiz again until you get 100%, 5 out of 5. Okay. And so that is the purpose of that. And I would like you to take that today. We are not going to have any assignment today. This is just a note. So you don't have to turn in, or there is no place to turn in the assignment today. But I would like you to take the test today, right now. Okay. And so that's all I have for today. If you would like to stick around and ask more questions or talk to me about the class, please stay around and I will be happy to help you. Otherwise, you guys have a great day, great weekend, and I will see you guys all on Tuesday. Okay, so please stay safe and stay warm, and I will see you guys next week. All right. All right. Take care, guys. Does anybody need any help?